Okay, what I'm going to show you today is a way to either as a customer or as a sales support person send a one or more invoices to someone else to pay. So an example would be if I'm a customer and I'm reviewing an invoice, I then want to go ahead and send that invoice automatically to my payment department to pay it. I can go ahead and quickly decide which invoices I want to send to them, send it to them, then they can just click on a link and be able to pull up the invoices and pay them without having to log into anything. Another example would be as if I'm a sales support person and I'm trying to collect, and I go ahead and send out invoices. So I'm going to do this through Account Central. Account Central can not only allow a customer to log in and pay their own bills, but allows you to be able to go ahead and send these quick links out. So I'm going to log in as a sales support person right now, and I'm just going to log in. And then I can choose which customer I want to go ahead and deal with. So in this case, I'm going to deal with CT0100 customer, and I can click in and I can see my invoices here. So I could go ahead and view invoices, or I could even go ahead and pay, or I can go ahead and choose some invoices. And I'm going to send this as a link for somebody else to go and pay. So I just click on send that, and now I can see what I'm going to do. I can go ahead and do a few more things. I'm going to go ahead and send this to another email address. It by default brings the email address that's tied to the customer record to this, but instead I want to go ahead and send it to somebody else. Somebody say um, in my customer's account payable department. So I'm going to do is it Catalina demo, uh, and I'm going to go ahead and override. Well, I could go ahead and put in a different subject line if I wanted to. I could choose a template, and this template, I'm just going to send the standard one, but you can have as many different templates as you want. We can customize those to look any way you want. So in this case, I've just got three, one for a 30-day past due. I've got a resend invoice template, but in this case, I'm going to do the standard template. We can also allow partial pay of invoices or not. So if we turn this on, what this allows the customer or the recipient of the link to do is be able to go ahead and pay what they want on that invoice. If you put it to turn off, then they have to pay the whole amount of all the invoices on that. So in this case, they'd have to pay $33.41. So I'm going to just allow partial pay of invoices. I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste some email body over here. So, hi Sam, these are the invoices I was talking about. So, based on the template, the email template, it'll go ahead and allow you to inject some additional text. So, this is a way for me to just customize um, that uh, uh, email that I'm going to go ahead and send out. So, basically, I'm just going to go ahead and then send a link for quick pay. So I click on that, and the link has now been sent. So what this does now is it sends out, let me bring up my email client. Where is it? Here it is. So what that does is we'll send it out, and this is Hotmail, so I'm going to, hopefully it'll show up anytime now. And as it's coming through, it should happen any moment now. It never happens as fast as you want. Um, oh, there it is. So now what I've got is I've got something in my inbox, and if I click on this, and let me just expand this out a little bit so we can see it. And also notice too, I've got an incognito versus the Edge browser. So I'm completely logged in as I'm not logged into Account Central at all right now. So I can look at this email that came in. You can see here's my personalized message to Sam that I typed in specifically. This email template is just this way. You can go ahead and customize this any way you want. But in this case, I'm just showing the invoices that are supposed to be paid, and I can just click on this link here, or I could copy and paste a link. So let me just click on the link, and it brings up a payment page. And so this didn't require me to log in or anything like that. That link, which is up here, tells me everything it needs to know about the invoices that need to be paid. Do they need to be completely paid or partial pay, who my customer is, and all that. And then down here, we then can go ahead and either put in a new card or a new ACH or e-check, or use an existing one. And we're using a product called PayFabric, which allows us to do PCI compliant payment that will allow us to go ahead and take a payment securely and all that kind of stuff. Now, another note too about this screen here is that it can be completely branded any way you want. So in this case, it's very plain Jane, but we could go ahead and make this brand with your branding, so when your customer clicks on it, they know that they're doing business with you. And because this resides on your environment, we can go ahead and also implement an SSL key that is linked to your company so that the customer knows exactly who they're dealing business with. They're not dealing with a third party or PayPal or any of that kind of stuff. They're dealing with you, so they feel safe. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pay these invoices. I could go ahead and tweak these and change the amounts because I did set this up to allow partial pay, but I'm just going to go ahead and pay the invoices. It's gone ahead and thank me for my payment, and I'm going to bring up an SL screen, and I'm going to go into payment application, because once it goes ahead and does that, it immediately integrates back into SL. So if I go in here, I can see there's my payment right there. And so I can go ahead and look at that and deal with that. I can release it, do whatever I want to, like I normally would with making payments. So anyway, hopefully this gives you a little bit of ideas on how you can use Account Central to not only allow your customers to be able to log in and be able to make payments on their own, but be able to go ahead and do even more than that, where they can go ahead and send out a link and allow somebody to pay without even having to log into any kind of portal. So thanks a lot. And if you have any questions, you can contact us at sales@catalinatechnology.com.